How y'all doing? How y'all doing? I heard some good jokes this week. So when Alexander Graham Bell invented the telephone, he already had 3 missing calls from Chuck Norris.
That wasn't a good joke.
Yeah, that wasn't a good one?
No, that was a super dad joke.
Yeah. So,
Oh, grandpa joke?
yeah. He's grandpa. I think grandpa left.
You had grandpa
Grandpa
left.
left. I like him. Hey, for real though, if anybody is in need of a job, I saw an article that the folks who run search and rescue are always looking for some people.
Oh, okay. I tried. I saw what
See
you
what I did
did.
there?
I saw
See what I did
it.
there?
Tricky.
All right.
Wow.
Haiku.
Haiku.
You know what haiku is? Okay. Short Japanese form consisting of 17 syllables, 5 7 5, usually about the season of nature, something like that.
My God.
What do you call the bendy part of a black man's leg?
Knee. No.
The ebony.
Oh no. Ooh. This guys. Yeah. I'm so happy that you do poetry. Good. I'm so glad you're good at poems. Ooh, that's great.
Oh, that was a hike.
Okay,
It's got more.
this was not funny.
Okay.
I don't want to ruin your expectation. Everything's funny up to the point. It's haiku. It's just thought-provoking.
Okay. All right.
She says the sex is not the best she's had, but she keeps coming home.
Oh, that's great. But not
See?
sex?
See what I did there?
But her
baby.
sex is not good? Oh.
Oh, baby.
No, I didn't say the sex wasn't good. I said it's not the best she's ever had.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
She's had a 10, but she's used to the 9.5 that I bring.
Okay.
And I don't mean the rating system.
Wow.
This is why you know we could do this.
This is.
Oh, everybody's remember the haiku.
Haiku interlude. Sorry, I was drinking a beer. Come on, man.
All right. She said, my penis made her laugh. I said, well, it is a knee slapper.
Oh man. Y'all keep coming back, folks. Y'all. Right. Penises.
90% of give one of these. 90% of humans have had one in their hand.
I think that's a fair
Yeah,
estimate.
that's,
Yeah, that's a good.
that's pretty accurate.
You just threw percentages out there.
That's true. 90% of human beings have had a penis in their hand.
Explain the math.
60% of statistics are made up on the spot.
And 45% of this is bullshit. Let's go.
Y'all ready for poetry slam? So this is what's gonna happen. I got 10 fantabulous poets that come up here and they're gonna rock a poem. No props, no animal acts, music, no company, no costumes, just them, the poems. I got these people in the audience. I got randomly selected judges throughout the audience. Judges, wave your scorecards. I got 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5 judges. You are going to judge these poems. I want you to judge on originality, delivery, and content. But I know it's gonna boil down to you like the shit or you don't like the shit. Now this is what's gonna happen. Somebody's gonna write a poem that completely lines up with all your political and religious affiliations, but it's gonna be the worst written shit you've ever heard in your life. Just because you agree with it doesn't mean it should get a high score.
Does not.
Somebody's gonna write a poem that you completely disagree with, but they're gonna have you thinking. It's gonna be thought provoking. You're gonna be at the edge of your seat. You're gonna be Googling to see if they're correct. You're gonna be like, did my mama lie to you? If they piss you off, if they make you laugh, if they make you cry, if they poke you emotionally, you should consider giving that a good score. You feel me? Now I want you to judge from 0 to 10. 0 is some bullshit. 10 is dust shit. 0. 0. 0
Come on.
is J.D. Vance. Let's just leave it there.
Yeah, there we go.
Saying you
That
did
is actually a 0.
That's stop right there. What I was going to say is
Full stop.
from Haitian?
0 is J.D. Vance talking about Haitians eating cats.
From Haitian.
Yeah.
From Haitian.
A 9.5 is the woman who said, oops, I found my cat, went outside and apologized to the Haitians for starting the bullshit.
Nice.
That's 9.5. It's not fucking 10. Because she was wrong to begin with. She should have looked for that damn that cat in her fucking junky ass garage. I mean,
Not how that
basement
cat.
before she went talking shit. Yeah, she found the cat in her basement.
Wow.
Yeah.
Hate will make you say stupid things. You
Man.
know?
I don't know how hateful it was since she apologized. Hateful people don't apologize. They're like, well, they probably ate a cat somewhere. So 0 is bullshit.
Oh, okay.
10 is dust shit. We clear on that?
Yeah.
All right. Y'all ready to start the poem? Ready to start the slam?
Yeah.
Here's the thing. I don't know these judges.
That's fair.
I don't remember if I've ever met them. I don't know their life. I don't know their circumstances. I don't even know if they are fit to be judges.
Wow.
So I'm going to test the system. I'm going to bring a sacrificial poet to the
Bring 'em
mic
out.
and see how well they are in their judgmentship. By the time the poet is done, you should have a number in your head. Write that shit down. And then I'm going to say, judges, scores up, and you're going to show it to me. There will be no cheating off of the other judges. All right? We got it?
Got it. Yeah.
Okay.
Is there a okay?
Let's go. Put your hands together for your sacrificial poet, Rachel Z.
Cheese my face.
I'm a strong and independent woman and I don't need no man.
Yeah.
But I hate it when you don't say goodnight. It causes my mind to hand the wheel over to crazy. Crazy takes the hand of my everything else and leads me down a path that logic always seems to wear the wrong shoes for. Without warning, my mind is a civil war. Dying by my own hand is friendly fire, misfiring brain synapses. I've heard of cognitive dissonance, but it gets extreme in here. Crazy imagines you and the other woman. She is easier than me. Interlocks her arms into yours in a way that fits more like puzzle piece than cuts like jigsaw. Maybe she smells better, doesn't have stretch marks, maybe she isn't needed. Doesn't overthink about the things you say or don't say. And we joke that my hands are too small. Maybe her hands are big enough to juggle inconsistency and insecurity without letting it turn into a circus in her own mind. How did I even fail at being the clown?
Let's go, Rachel.
Logic knows you better. It's not your fault that I've given too many the benefit. On most days, it feels like the only currency left in my pockets to hand out is doubt. Doubt threatens to tear away my skin. One time, a friend told me I was pretty, but not like conventionally attractive. Doubt made me live the next 36 hours as a vulture. Picking away at my body until there was only bone. I pick until perfection peaks, but I got poems about being a bad bitch. All these fucking testimonies to my healing, but at some point, all my pulled triggers only fire red flags like fake gun. Have I turned into the thing that I hate? Is her laugh softer than mine? Does she ramble less? I know I tend to talk too much, yet I can't find the words. It's impossible to explain to the healthy the logic of the sick. And I know I've never been perfect, but maybe with you, we can leave the circus. And how lucky are we that perfection is the antithesis of joy? And neither of us have to be.
That's Rachel Z. Judges. Scores up. I got 1, I got 2, 3, 4, and you're gonna have to make that darker from here on out. You need another marker? Let's please get her another marker.
It's a 7.
I saw it.
Okay.
Get the scores back up for me. You did. We got a 7, an 8, a 9, and a 10.
Scores all over the place.
That is
Scores all over the place.
a what? 24. Okay, so please, judges, please use the decimal point whenever you feel the need to use the decimal point. I want to avoid ties. And what else was I gonna say? Decimal point.
You're picking on me.
Yeah, use the decimal point. Whatever I was gonna say is going out.
All right. Oh yeah, I remember what I was gonna say. Okay, audience, if you like what the judges are doing with the score, what you gonna do?
Yeah.
If you're less appreciative of the scores, what you gonna do?
Boo!
What are you gonna do for the poets? Okay, judges, you hear that boo and shit? It means nothing. You are the arbiters of good taste tonight. Don't let them sway you, all right? They are the popular vote. You are the electoral college. What they say don't mean shit, okay? Also, this right here is the microphone. This is where freedom of speech takes place. I can't protect you from being offended or triggered. If it happens, please step outside, get yourself together, and come back and enjoy the rest of the show. Because poets are free to say whatever the fuck they want to say up here on this microphone. Poets! This right here is the microphone. This is where freedom of speech takes place. You're free to come up here and say whatever fuckery you want to say. But freedom of speech protects you from the government, not from your peers. So I say 2 things. You say what you say and stand on business, all right? Say it with your fucking chest, but be ready to be accountable for your words. Now, audience, if the poets say some shit you want to have a discussion about, you are free to go up to the poets and ask about said poem and discussion, because this is America. Poets, you are free to say, I said everything I had to say on the microphone, and y'all will walk away from each other respectful like. Got it? All right.
You like that?
I do.
All right. Copyright, trademark.
Into the camera.
Yes, 2010 trade copyright. All right. Y'all ready to start the slam?
Yeah.
Are you ready? Are you ready? Put your hands together for Tim.
Amazing grace, how sweet the sound that saved a wretch like me. I once was lost, but now I'm found. Was blind, but now I see. I recently saw a video of President Obama singing Amazing Grace in 2015 at the funeral for one of the victims of the church massacre in Charleston, South Carolina. The sincerity of his gesture moved me even more deeply now. And as he sang, I thought about all the mass shootings and killings since then. It made me realize how very far from grace we are today. America keeps struggling with the hatred we can't seem to shake. I once thought America as a land of opportunity, and that hard work will eventually be rewarded no matter your race. But too many people don't really want to talk about racism, hoping that eventually everything will just kind of work out and it'll all just go away. This is the paradox at the heart of racial conversation in the United States. White America speaks of race as a consideration to be transcended. Black America speaks of race as a reality to be acknowledged. White America believes the purpose of talking about race is to one day end the conversation. And Black America believes the purpose of talking about race is to one day get the real conversation started. No one wants to think of themselves as being bad, but there are wrongs being done every day that we bear responsibility for. That it's not necessary to be bad for bad things to happen in our name. Now, the police have always been courteous and professional with me, so it's hard to understand how an unarmed African-American man who didn't commit a crime can be chased down and killed. Now, I might not run when an officer orders me to halt, but see, I'd be comfortable obeying such a command because people like me aren't regularly harmed by the police. It's been said that America is an unfinished project, and I believe that's true. The words of the song President Obama sang 9 years ago point out that we've already come through many dangers, toils, and snares. The song almost promises that grace will lead us home. And I believe we'll need grace to take us where we need to go. But see, grace alone isn't enough. We have to be honest about what's going on in this country and the bad things that are happening to good people. It's not enough to say that things aren't quite as bad as they used to be, that we've made some progress. Malcolm X once said, you know, if you stick a knife 9 inches in my back and pull it out 6 inches, that's not progress. Even if you pull it all the way out, that's still not progress. Real progress comes from healing the wound the knife made. But too many people in America won't even admit the knife is there. We have to take a long and hard look at ourselves and our country and do what we should have done a long time ago to make America a place where amazing potential is available for everyone. Then we will truly have amazing grace.
That's Tim. Judges. Scores up. I got 1. I got 2, 3, 3.5. 3 in a deep thought. 4 and 5. No, for me. You gotta, because I can't memorize them all that quick. There you go. I got an 8.0, an 8.0, a 9.5, and a 9.8.
Hold on, man, I only got 4 numbers. One more time.
I know, I figured I fucked it up someplace. I got an 8.0, an 8.0, a 9.0, a 9.5, and a 9.8. That looks like a 26.5. Next up to the mic, put your hands together for Mike Haley. Okay.
Go, Michaela.
Sometimes I feel like a motherless child. I don't give folks their flowers who have haunted me while they try to traverse through this theater, dirt or earth. I save those for their funerals. Bury them in the beauty they do not deserve. I often think of people close to me dying and how I would react. I don't think I will cry at my mom's funeral. I believe I'll do that at the wake. Why? Well, because she'll be waiting in the wake of the afterlife. God will question her and she will have no answers because she will think nothing of her ill will toward me. She will say I was just being the best mother I knew how to be. She will blame her mother for not being there for her, but what about me? She will say she did her damnedest, and I hope God will tell her she should have done some shit harder. My parents believe heaven is in the sky as most do. I believe that heaven is in your stride, in how you treat people. So for that, I sometimes, almost always view my mom as a living, revolving, dragon, breathing hellfire. She be a living hell and heaven wrapped in one. If you see my Facebook or IG stories on Sunday mornings, you will see that I post videos of my mom and I singing. You won't know I cursed her out beforehand. She saw me in the kitchen, tries to block me from entering the room. She doesn't know. This is reminiscent of the time she pulled me out of my little brother's bed, re-injuring my neck and my back post near fatal car accident. I murmur something about taking my insulin and needing to eat. She grimaced and moved out of my way. I asked God to rebuke whatever demon was present when we start service. I am disinterested but attentive. My dad is preaching about how, I kid you not, Christmas trees are paganistic. I think how they are too. We can't be worshiping the same higher power, and I know my God is real, so theirs mustn't be. I am so sick of my sexuality being my parents' flaws, their thorns. What about me and the pain I went through, praying this gay shit away, cleansing myself ritualistically to rid myself of me? What about that, God? She responds, just wait, my child. I have to remove you to move you up. Just wait, my child. Your time is coming. And I wonder, am I a long way from home?
Michaela, okay? Judges. Scores up. I got 1, 2, 3, 3.5, 4, and 5. For Michaela, we have a 10, a 10, a 10, a 10, and a 10. That is a dirty.
But after a half-point time penalty, it's a
29.5. Next up to Mike, put your hands together for Artemis.
My mind is a prison, trapped inside an endless conversation with myself. My body is a system. 13 billion years of design. My life is just a symptom of a pattern scattered. I'm a fractional design. My mind is an immature perception of reality, like flames intercepted by this gravity. Like you cannot recept my energy if my inner sees everything from higher dimensions. If I'm channeling through FM, their AM couldn't detect this. If I'm traveling through light, 1,000 nights couldn't affect this. They call this higher learning. Never will you hear my tires burning, cause I don't stop. I can see the tables turning. Science of the gods is returning. Laws that don't stop, for immortal time is a portal to the mind. Mind is a receiver of thought and idea. I assemble lines like IKEA. I ascend to dimensions of the heavens. Dimethyltryptamine will make you dive mentally into a trip of dreams. Dying methods to escape to heaven, cause this life is the real tryptamine. Everywhere I turn, I see the mystery of life. Every stare reflected their own misery inside. Every stair I climb, thinking the next would bring new heights. I'm paralyzed by pain. I think I'm haunted by my brain. There's a secret place that you escape to when you're tired of your name. Take off the mask, I see right past. We're made of mass and use the past as reference. Father Time and Mother Nature intertwined, and after labor came the mortals who became the portals to play. In every second I stay inside the present. Used to be a peasant to my thoughts. Now I'm a master of cause and use the laws. I was just a pawn, a facade. Now I meditate with the gods and delegate my destiny inside the stars. No matter who the crowd is, you're surrounded by your mind. You're by yourself most of the time. Your own hell is never living self-defined and realizing self's divine.
I'm divided by this outer world and inner. I'm inside this earth, but plugged into an interweb of conscious thought, a constant back and forth between the words I don't deliver. My mind is getting bigger as my ego's getting thinner. Now I control the seasons, summer, fall, spring, and winter.
That's Artemis. Judges. Scores up. I got 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Artemis, we have a 9.0, a 9.5, a 9.5, a 10, and a 10. 29? 29 even. Next up to the mic, put your hands together for Mary Alice.
Okay, I'm gonna keep it short and sweet. I could meditate for a million hours, but nothing could ever soothe this urgency in me. I would still always be the girl with no chill. I'm putting in the hours to get my heart right with God, to let go of this need to always be something for others. Twitches in my body, my neck, my spine, my shoulders I don't often see in another person. What is it about me? Why do I have this burden on my shoulders heavier than others? Sometimes it empowers me, sometimes it feels so displaced. On a vessel that can't handle the stress, is or isn't meant for success, so different from the rest. And now the stress is beating down on me like global warming induced solar rays, seeping through my sunroof, sticking to my inner thighs like sweat. Now that I've cleared my vessel, it's time to help the rest. You may think I have nothing to prove, nothing to lose, irrelevant to many. God has a plan for me, I am his mouthpiece.
Miss Mary Alice.
Judges. Scores up. I got 1, 2, 2.5, 3. 3 in the deep. 4, and 5. For Mary Alice, we have an 8.4. An 8.5. An 8.5. An 8.5 and a 9. That's a 25.5. Next up to the mic, put your hands together for Calvin.
You got this.
We, the children of the traumatized, we dramatize, we catastrophize. We are lost in search of an invisible paradise. We are hypnotized to love our kryptonite. We are mesmerized by the people working all night. We hustle and we bustle, yet we still dream of finding peace in this senseless wrestle. Oh, children of the traumatized, it is time. We stopped and listened to the child inside.
That was Calvin. Judges. Scores up. I got 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. We have an 8.0, an 8.0, an 8.0, an 8.0, and a 9. That's a 24 even. Next up to the mic, put your hands together for Vera the Martian.
Our private thoughts often get lost in the expression of our black sense. We do so much code switching on the back end, we start to sound like computers. They need tutors to understand us. Hood girls, stand up. We stretch from Pilsen to Wilson, from Addison to Madison, from Blackstone to Calumet, from Langley to Lafayette. That's about as Chicago as you can get. I hope now there's no confusion. If you know, you know. I'm talking to them girls from the low end who go into the shop every other week to get their eyebrows on fleek. To them we speak Ebonics, but it's all just simple phonics, and you simply don't know the patterns of our dialect. We tolerate no disrespect. No matter where your gender falls on the spectrum, a city girl gonna correct it. So come correct when you speak to us. The white folks wanna be meek with us. Talking about they understand our upbringings. So you know about Cabrini Green, Ida B. Wells? Tell me what you know about the PJs that they tore down to make E-ways. You can't even comprehend what I just said. All the books you've read don't compare to this. Read my lips. It's nothing like the real thing. Nothing like juke sliding on the Saturday at the Fifi, or like seeing Jesse White tumblers on the TV at the Bud. Nothing like the blood rushing through your veins as you try to catch the train because the next one don't come for 15. Nothing like filling out at 15 and nasty men making note of it. I wrote of it a few times before, but girls in the hood don't get to be girls. We grown before we even turn 18, and it's considered our fault that they act like fiends when we wear skirts or the low crop cut shirts.
Come on.
What happened to creative expression? Why am I to blame for that man's aggression and transgressive attraction to minors? But people put on their blinders when you look a certain way. I'm a black woman every day, but maybe you just don't see it that way. And they make excuses like you're black first. Tell that verse to the black men harassing me, and don't start hassling me about how black men are targets when some treat us like target practice. The simple fact is, patriarchy obstructs some black men's view of how to treat a woman, and that's just the sad truth. I remember fighting tooth and nail with a whole paper trail, and everyone told me to drop the charges against a black man. Even my black friends told me I was tripping. What about all the missing women? Or the fact that my classmate was kidnapped and killed? You'll say that feminists aren't healed, but who's supposed to do the healing when y'all are killing the woman's population? Femicide is real, and it's a devastation that Chicago girls are facing day to day. Really, it's nationwide, but y'all hide behind lies about misandry to culture misunderstandings. And I'm not handing any trophies to the so-called good guys because they hurt us too. This piece was meant to celebrate girls in the hood, but it turned to so much more. It's like we're fighting a war with no protection. Upon further inspection, our so-called protection is the one fighting us in the battle.
Woo!
That's Bear the Marshal. Judges. Scores up. I got 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. We got a 10. 10 and 18.
It would have been a 30.
Oh!
Now it's kind of halfway time penalty. 29.5.
29.5. Next up to the mic, put your hands together for Maddie P.
She got that big P energy.
Wait a minute. Where my purse?
My dad used to say I had stars in my eyes, probably because I was always reading about, thinking about, or looking up at the sky. But as I got older, I had less time to look up. So when my friend comes to me with a pink gummy and calls it a ticket to space, I take it. The first trip is subpar. My feet remain grounded, but my head is light. I take trip after trip after trip with my friends until I graduate to going on solo missions. Sometimes the greatest discoveries happen alone. like Newton under an apple tree, like Hubble atop a mountain, like me in my bedroom. At 20 years old, when I find out that pairing pink launch pads with antidepressants, mood stabilizers, and antipsychotics creates a thrust great enough to escape Earth's gravity, I start making these trips daily, leaving behind my friends, my schoolwork, earthly responsibilities, all in search for a better life, a new planet where I can be happy, where I can be weightless. April 2024, this is the first mission that goes sideways. My heart ignites like failed thrusters. It pounds in its own orbit. My screams are lost inside a vacuum, and when I come to, I am surrounded by men in blue spacesuits, telling me my mission failed and asking, were you trying to die? I fall to my knees and plead like an astronomer who just discovered we're not alone in this universe. I just wanted to be free, I shout, tears spilling like falling stars, begging him to look up to see the vastness I see. One man says I'm a danger to myself. Another says, no, she's just a stupid kid. And all I heard was, you didn't go far enough. I am tethered to Earth for 2 weeks, heart monitored by men and women in white suits. They tell me to find reasons to stay here, but I can't think of many. I say the stars look so much better up there. Months later, my best friend offers me a bigger launch pad. It's bright green, 75 milligrams, and I think this time I'll make it to the farthest corners of the universe. This time I'll make it there, I promise, but the ascent is trickier. My body convulses, and I know I've broken the atmosphere when my skin turns cold and I'm suspended in limbo, half unconscious. When I wake, my best friend is standing over me, cheeks wet and red, and I extend my hand to comfort him, and I say, look, 1,000,000 stars. Can't you see them? How beautiful they are, how insignificant we are. And then everything fades to black. When I first cut my afro, my dad said, you look like that astronaut, Mae Jemison. And I think how fitting for someone who refuses to stay grounded.
That's Maddie P. Judges, scores up. I got 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5 and a 9.5. 10, 10, and a 10. And that is an actual 30. Next up to the mic, put your hand together for Maniacal Menace, Kyle Smith.
Right there, down here, by your, Lefty Lucy, righty tighty.
Y'all going to hell.
Confused, like you don't know what to use.
I was confused. So my face was accurate.
I'm not handicapped, I'm just small.
Amen.
Hence why I don't play basketball.
Amen.
Why you always gotta walk so close to me in the mall?
Hallelujah.
You don't even need to wear them heels at all. Why the doctor always prescribe me baby Tylenol? And how come my dick always touch the tip of the star?
Lord help.
I'm
Lord.
not handicapped, I'm
Lord
just
help.
small.
Wait a minute.
What you doing with that ladder, man? Put it away. You see, I got these boots on, man. Give me my space. And wherever I turn, there's always a bosom in my face. And how come my grandma always putting so much food on my plate? I'm gonna be eating on these beans all goddamn day. I'm like one bowel movement away before my body dehydrates.
My God.
Let me tie your shoes, baby, before you fall.
Hey.
I'm not handicapped, I'm just small. I'ma slap you if you coming with that Gucci, Gucci, Gucci.
Oh no.
They won't even let me put wasabi on my sushi. It's always little this, little that, just because of little Tucci. Short man, short dog, ruined me. You think Gargamel man influenced me? Had me running around during school hours getting picked up by tourists? Rick Moranis never zapped me with that shrink ray, y'all.
Oh no.
I'm not handicapped, I'm just small.
Amen. Hallelujah.
Am I standing on my sitting? Really? You can't tell. You think I need some type of step stool just to reach my mail? You think I need some type of harness just in case I fail? 39 in the 8th grade, you really think that I failed? Go to jail, you can't see above the collar of the post bail? You think if you capture me, I got lucky charms for sale? The teacher always thought I was absent on the roll call.
Oh no. You here?
Cap, I'm just smart. Oh, so I'm your armrest, a human being you can just lean on. I'm sorry I gotta ask you to slouch in your seats every time the screens come on. People be like, hey, Kyle, is that an HD smart TV in your palm? I'd be like, nah, that's just my telephone. Walking to a crowd, people staring, swearing that I'm on some type of telethon. Shit, little bitty kitty, just a little bit of Remy had me hella gone. Meaning that I got a little bitty kitty, so just a little alcohol fucks me up. So I'm just saying, my handicap, I'm just small.
It's economical.
Oh, so you just gonna put that baby fence up on this one? You think I hang with Tommy Pickles and Chucky Finster? What you think I got time to kill and feel and live? Don't worry, Angelica gonna let me out and I'm gonna get the rifle. And I'm gonna be at your front door just me and Susie Carmichael. It'll be a hazard, get the orange tape out the car. Cause I'll be the rugrat at your bar, wrecking shit like Reptar. Looking like a boss baby with a suit and a cigar. Sitting next to Halle Berry with a swordfish, playing it like a guitar. Dressed as Catwoman, coming from Monsters Ball with Billy Bob Thornton on call. Raw! I'm not handicapped, I'm just small. I'm not gonna make a snake.
That was Maniacal Menace.
Maniacal Menace. He knew he was gonna say something about
Judges.
asthma attack. Hold on.
Scores up. I got 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. We got an 8.8. A 9.5. A 10. A 10 and a 10. That's 29.5. So listen, I am not trying to be funny. This is coaching, stage presence. Because of that particular poem, you probably would have got that extra half point if you did the whole shit like this. If you did the whole poem like, I'm not small, would you give an extra half point? Anybody? Okay. What about that 8.8 over there? Put your hands together for the next vote on the mic, Michael Hatcher!
You're. Let's go, Brad. Oh, shit. You got popcorn. Is it regular?
If you're giving us a day, then let it be an entire day.
Come on.
Spin each hour in silk, and let the seconds move like maple syrup. Let the trees pick their hair out. Let the stars put their fists up. Let us be as loud as we want to today. Let us make church in the yard. Let the sun rise and stay on our side of Austin. Let no one have to leave their neighborhood to better themselves. Let us be great. Let us acknowledge the elephant in the room and the continent it came from. Let us be super shiny like buff gold. Let us wear our hair the way we want to. Let us dress as fly as we want to. Let us drop love bombs on the inside of FBI headquarters if we want to. We didn't come to hurt anybody. We just came to have a good time. Let no one go to jail today. I don't want to see not one sad mother on TV. I said, let no one go to jail today. Let us be great. Let every slave ship be a party boat. Let the bottom of the Atlantic be a dance floor. Let Junebug, Ray Ray, and Big Carl get the job. Let Kiki, Shonda, and Ned graduate with honors. Let Uncle Tom come sit at the table with the rest of us. Let us electric slide and cane wang until we can't walk. Don't you step out on that dance floor if you don't know how to wobble. We ain't teaching nobody nothing today. On our day, you better already know on our day, let Let us slam the dominoes as hard as we want to. Let us break bread. Let us break dance. Let us break down and disappear if we need to. Some of us starseeds are uncomfortable on this planet. Give us permission to go home early. Let us have a whole rocket ship with dice in the mirror. Appoint us leaders of the Space Force. If you're giving us a day, then open the museum doors and let the mummies loose. Let us clear the tombs on our day. Give us all reparation Rolexes so we can count the seconds. We want the block party to look like confetti. We want the parade to spread like a forest fire. We want to laugh, and not a polite laugh neither. Now, we want to grab our stomachs and slap our knees. We want to put a woo at the end, because we ain't really laughing unless we woo at the end. On our day, let no one straighten their hair unless they want it straight, and if that's the case, let it be straight as silk. Let every car be a convertible. Let every top be down. Let us have a collective sigh that starts right here and wraps its way around the equator. Let the earth untie her apron strings, her children are home, and we can't wait to take our mask off. Just let us take our mask off. Let us greet the sun. The same one that gets all dressed up and leaves us covered in each other. Let this day right here, let it be for us.
That's Michael Hatcher. Judges. Scores up. I got 1. I got 2. I got 2.5, 3, 4, and a 9.5. A 10, and a 10. That is a 29.5. Next up to the mic, put your hand together for Lorelai.
Attention students, please file into the auditorium for an informational assembly. But the students don't come. They are busy swapping sexual assault stories in the locker room while learning how to dodge bullets in the classroom. Our interests used to be what was common, but now we make trauma candy salad and don't expect anyone to come with a spoon. We dig hands into the depths of sweet sorrow. Wear our trauma with some twisted pride. We say we are facing it with therapists, but even I know when I go to therapy, I make my life look pretty. The children are lying to their teachers and parents while revealing the truth to a camera lens. How are we supposed to connect like this? And when we engage in screens as adults, we are bombarded with fake news, left to try to filter out the bullshit while the fact checker doesn't do its job. Throw in a little AI and it's a recipe for unknown chaos. On one side of the screen, I am watching a Simpsons episode that is actually reality, while on the other screen, I am sucked into a war scene that is actually happening, all while I'm actually watching from the comfort of my own couch, wondering which news channel I should even be tuning into. I am reminded none of this is reality TV. It just feels like it because we've been made numb to this. The drama I used to tune into to tune out isn't working anymore. I turn to TikTok for a debate recap. The only time I still hear about Palestine is on my Instagram feed, and every day on Facebook I see a new story about police brutality, and I keep getting invitations to join threads instead of going to dinner. Because despite all this, I still want to talk about me in a twisted way. I understand the desire to turn your problems into trolley sour worms. Transform them to stop them from crawling under your skin. I still struggle with not comparing my problems to the world's. But we grew up in a world that told us, you know, there are children starving in Africa, eat your vegetables. But imagine this, children are still starving in Africa, and I am searching for answers, but only finding more questions. And when I muster up the courage and the strength and the energy to fight all of this, or any of this, I don't even know where to start.
That was Lorelai. Judges. Scores up. I got 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. All right, we have an 8.5, an 8.8, an 8.9, a 9.0, and a 10. That is a
6-7.
6.
26-7.
26.76. And that was the last poll in this here round. So we'll take another small break. I'm thinking like 3.5 minutes. Then we'll be back here. So go pee, go poop, wash your hands, get to the bar, buy something from the bar, tip them, and be back here in 3 minutes. Hootie up! promise you, if the opportunity presented itself, Tim would have hit us in the fucking
He
basement.
would have.
He would have been a fucking.
He would have.
He would have been on the Underground Railroad talking about, hurry, get Cotton Bees quiet. Here's a biscuit and some lard. I'll be back at sunset. I promise you that would have been Tim. No fucking doubts. I also think Tim would have been sleeping with his slave. But you see how he's stroking that beard? He was like, yeah, I probably would have.
He would have saved us. I'm sure. We're gonna start calling Tim the Great White Hope.
Yes.
Yeah.
So listen, I wrote a whole fucking story about Tim. You can read it for yourself
Did you make him cry?
if you purchase Demigods. I'm selling it from the trunk of my car. Come get that. Well, I intended to write a poem about Tim, but I couldn't stop writing, and it turned it into an entire short story where he's the fucking hero. You can come up here now, Toby.
She was already on the
I was gonna come up here.
Where my titty go?
Introduce me.
I took it.
She's still.
Okay. Shit. What up, everybody? My name is Toby Charles. I'm the creative director and CEO here at Austin. Do it the right way?
Yes. That did not have enough gumption.
Oh, okay.
I can still hear.
I love your hair.
Honey, thank you. The braid out is braid outing. You know what I mean? I finally have hair. I haven't had hair in a long time. What up, Austin Borges? Everybody out doing it now? That's under contract. Hello, everyone. My name is Toby Charles. I'm the creator, director, CEO here at Austin Poetry Slam. Thank you all so much for coming out tonight. I'm normally not on the mic because life, but please give it up for our host tonight, Mr. Christopher Michael. We have a lot of exciting things happening in October. October is our 30th anniversary month. So we have the new shit slam that is coming out. We also our social media manager told me that I need to pause. Give it up for our amazing, beautiful social media manager, Rachel C, who also collects me and gathers me every day because I don't know what the fuck is happening. So October 2nd is the Last Chance Slam. It's going to be hosted by Element 615, the man that gave you the money at the door. Give it up for him. October 9th is the Slam Champs Showcase, which is going to be hosted by none other than the Libra himself, Mr. Christopher Michael. On 10/16, October 16th, which is already after my birthday, which I'll be turning 40 this year. Just wanted to add that in. Okay, so on that day, it's going to be the quarterfinals, which is also going to be hosted. I know words. I went to college because I got a 4.0 in master's program. Even though they just finalized it because black people. Anyway, so that's another poem for another day. Hosted by Element 615. Give it up for him. Then we are going to have on October 23rd the Dirty 30 Slam, which will be hosted by SC Says. Give it up for SC Says. But that night, let me tell you, it's a secret night because every judge is going to be a Libra. So I will be a judge. Christopher Michael will be a judge. Rachel Z will be a judge. Mr. Ed Koch will be a judge, if you know who that is. He's another poet. And we're going to pick, there's always one Libra in them. Who's a Libra in here? Raise your hand if you're a Libra. Amen. We always in the midst, okay? Because we gravitate to each other, okay? And we're going to pick one Libra out of the, I was going to say out of the field, but that's not appropriate. It's this cherry. It's not made by black people. I can tell because I say non-PC things. But we're going to pick one Libra out of the audience to be a judge. It's going to be an amazing night. And the last one
is October 30th, which will be the 310 Brown Street Takeover. It'll be a feature by none other than Christopher Michael himself. So, which is also an award-winning monologue that he's going to be doing. So really, really excited about October. Please. Or if I die on stage. Also, that was like a drive-by announcement. Okay. Also, the opening act for Christopher Michael's feature will be Every Word Poetry, which is also on Monday nights, which is at Vortex Theater. Shout out to Vortex Theater. Anyway, October is going to be an amazing night. This is not my phone. I am also getting off the mic. Thank you all so much for coming out. We will see you later. Bye!
So she mentioned the Slam Champ Slam, so October 9th, the Slam champions for the last, some of the Slam champions for the last 30 years will be here featuring. And a Slam champion is someone who spends the entire year competing at the Slam. And then like the top 10 poets from the entire year go at it. And then the person who wins that is the Slam champion for the Grand Slam champion. It's a really hard thing to do. It takes a lot of dedication, and not just everybody can do it.
It's hot. The mic is so hot that it's falling apart.
It's melted.
It's a melting scene.
Yes, we've done this for 30 years, and we don't have 30 Slam champions.
We don't.
We don't.
We don't.
One of the reasons is because
There's some repeats.
Yeah, because somebody want to do back to back.
so my ego demands, since Jaws dropped at how October's going to be this. How old do you think Christopher Michael's going to be this October?
72.
What? She got baby eyes. They don't see things as clearly.
54. 55.
We're going for an ego boost, not a.
Oh, 40. 27. 27.
35.
18.
Hey, Joe B! Hey, Joe B! Where Joe B at? Hey, Joe B! Will you escort this young lady out the door, please? Right there. Right there.
She can stay. She can stay. She can stay.
35.
Cause black don't crack, but it sometimes looks a little.
Is this your little sister or some shit? Your friend?
What did you get the little one?
Not a very good one.
Why do you think she's the little one?
Because you appear to be more demure, more mature. You have a presence about you that says
The very
authority.
demure, very. He just his ego is hurt, so very mindful.
You look very mindful.
Very mindful. Very.
All right.
Also, approaches him are very demure around here.
Yes.
We're very-
All right, round two. We got to come back to round two in this particular order. We had a tie for second place. Was a four-way tie.
Yeah,
So
four-way
judges,
Holy shit.
there's more than one decimal place. There's
You're
There's 10 of
four-way
them.
tie.
Really good scores that are.
0.0, 0.1, 0.2, 0.3, 0.4, 0.5, 0.6, 0.7, 0.8, 0.9. Use all the decimal places. They're getting lonely. All right. So, not at the same time. Use a variety of them. We got Lorelei, Artemis, Michael Hatcher, Maniacal Menace, Kyle Smith, Vonda the Martian, Makayla OK, and Maddie P. Put your hands together for Lorelei.
Sorry, it's under control. I'm so sorry. It keeps trying to go to sleep.
A history lesson that pisses me off.
Hey.
Aristotle believed that if a woman gave birth to a baby girl that something went terribly wrong. Or something was wrong with the womb, meaning something was wrong with the mother. He believed this so strongly, he advised couples to fornicate only when the wind was blowing north. Because that could guarantee them a young boy, as if men are the North Star that should be guiding us home. Ironic. Men cannot be born without a woman's womb to hold them. In his time, we knew even less than we knew now, which isn't much either because we never studied the female body. But back then, women would give birth in a private space. This was a sacred space where men were not allowed inside. If a midwife was involved instead, she would be blamed for any chaos, sentenced to death and possibly burned at the stake. Haven't women been burned enough? I suppose I can find solace in knowing that the male doctor that snuck into these spaces was also burned, but eventually men found themselves needed. Not because they were actually needed, but because barbers became surgeons and women couldn't be either. When 50% of the population still preferred a midwife, the AMA launched a smear campaign. We should only trust male doctors and hospitals with our bodies, even if the death rate didn't change. Even if 1 in 40 of us was dying. And to figure out how to cure the same cuts they made, another doctor experimented on enslaved women. No anesthetic. One woman suffered 30 times over until metal stitches were discovered. I will credit her, a narca, with this discovery. To add to the fuckery, although we've been birthing, standing, and squatting for years, male doctors say it is more convenient for them when the woman is laying down. And also because it was King Louis's kink to watch and he needed a better view. Men have been pushing us down for so long. All across the world, men slowly took over the birthing rooms the same way they take over our boardrooms. We went from being surrounded and supported by one another to being a patient, not looked at as a future mother. They have convinced us children were tumors transformed, so we needed a doctor, a male doctor. When will they stay out of our wombs? When will they stop making the rules? How the fuck did we get here? And why do we keep taking steps back? Ask me why Viagra pisses me off next.
That's Lorelai.
Judges, scores up. I got 1. I got 2, 3, 4, and 5 for Lorelai. We have an 8.1, a 9.0, a 9.0, a 9.8, and a 9.82.
27-8.
So it's 1. Nick, that is a
27-8.
27-8. Next up to the mic, put your hands together for Artemis.
Her mind was a weapon like a double-edged sword. You could hear the sounds of a samurai every time she assumed form. Deflecting all the evil shapeshifters and weasels, used her light to pierce through the dark like a needle, lethal. Got bird's eye view like an eagle, pineal dreams, DMT, diving mentally into this stream of conscious. This is war with the machines. Use my third eye like a laser beam to awaken inside nature's dream. This life ain't what it seems. This life ain't what it seems. This life. His mind was a weapon like a double-edged sword. You could hear the sounds of a samurai every time he assumed form, holding up a dagger like it might attack him in his sleep. He gathers light to only find he creates shadows. They say we're made of galaxies, guess he feels like a black hole. If life is mathematics, fuck balance. I'm trying to crack the code to this existence, find the source where the data exits and enters. It's 2 a.m. and I'm staring at the sky, trying to decipher heaven's encryption. If this don't go over your head, then it might just leave you headless. Because when the mind is sharp, you can overthink until your head splits. I had friends who didn't want to die, But the demons in their heads spoke lies and said the grass is greener on the other suicide. Demons I survived that would have killed me. But anything that breaks me just rebuilds me. Anything that breaks me just rebuilds me. Anything that breaks me just rebuilds me.
That's Artemis. Judges. Scores. Oh, y'all ready? I got 3, 4, and 5. Artemis, we have a 9.2, a 9.7, a 9.8, a 9.8, and a 10. That is a
29-3.
29-3. Next up to the mic. Put your hands together for Michael Hatcher.
Last night, I started to reach out. I started to tell you it's been too long since you wrote your name on my back in blood, good times. I wanted to say, I want to watch the colors fade from your cheeks as I fill your waistline with fireworks. We are only human until we explode. I'm going to say it now. You should come over. Allow me to free you from the leftover gospel in your last name. You know who you belong to.
Amen.
I squeeze your neck and you squeeze the sheets, your lifeline to this reality. I miss the way your mouth will betray your voice. How the weight of my name will make it too hard for you to call on God. It's a gift. It's a gift, this pressure I can put on that gold box after you erupt. I insist you cover me in the lover's lava. Don't act like you don't miss it as much as I do. I can hear the glass in your voice. Why not come over and shatter us both? I'm happy to be in a million pieces if it means we get to share the shards. I promise you. I promise you I'm going to pull your hair this time. It might be the only way to keep you from melting as I travel to your deepest depths and you freeze and stiffen up like you always do if you let me. If you let me, I'm going to bite you hard enough to crack your collarbone. Because I know how much you love it. Because I know it's just a matter of time before I origami your body and turn a paper swan into a proper princess, just like last time. Just like last time when our lips caught fire and we dragged the moon to your balcony. I know it won't be long. It won't be long before we are floating through space again. Before we are astronauts exploring the limits of anatomy, baby, I come to you. I come to you for a piece I can't find anywhere else, but it's okay. I'll wait. I'll wait until you remember my fingers feel like sunlight and my tongue can find the center of your suffering. I'll wait until the colors fade from your morning and you can no longer sleep at night, baby. I know we're not the only ones going through this. We are bonded in the here and after, so it only makes sense for us to lose sight of what really matters, especially when the music and the candles switch places and the wax sounds so good while the lo-fi keeps us warm. I'm going to keep the top lock unlocked for you. I'm going to keep the porch light on. Don't even call. Don't even call first. When you're ready, when you are truly ready, just come.
Hey.
That's Michael Hatcher. Judges. Scores up. I got 1, 2, 2.5, 3, 4, and
Make order.
actually I think it is, but I said 3 because it was the third score. But is that not what that's supposed to be?
The moisture got it.
Am I seeing that correctly?
It's the moistness.
So let me explain what happened. So she put up a 9.3 at the exact time that I said 3. And then she yelled out, no, that's not what it's supposed to be. So I'm standing here confused like, is it not supposed to be a 9.3? Because the 3 actually looks almost like an 8. But I I was a little confused because of the untimely outbursts. Okay, I just want to make sure everybody's in on the joke together. All right, put your scorecards up. We have a 9.3, a 9.5, a 9.8, a 9.8, and a 10. That is a 29 even.
29-1.
29.1. Next up to the mic, put your hands together for Maniacal Menace, Kyle Smith.
Yeah. You can lower it for this one. I said out there lifted Uzi right tighty and it was a prop. I didn't know. Nobody told me. Felt like I came to the point.
Forget the daughter. I'm looking at her mama.
Mama.
Wide back liver spot, she too old for the drama. Then gave mothballs, aspirin cream in the sauna. I'm all on top of that. I'll make sweet love to your grandma.
Not my grandma.
A nice black widow without the teeth to eat me. By how she treat me, she freak me neat. Whisper discreetly saying she got secrets to teach me. She said she get real sleazy when she Johnson & Johnson, baby girl.
Oh no! Don't do that.
Then she served me supper on the tray by the TV. You ain't gotta be well with me. I service vitamin D to the elderly with selfishly. They need me, believe you me. I like them old enough to remember when Lincoln signed the treaty.
No.
You might think that I'm greedy, shit. You might think that I'm sick. But fuck what you talking about. I bet your grandma needs some dick. She give me 69 or 96. If she going through menopause, I'll get that jerky a lick. Take off them grandma drawers and give me that turkey neck. Loose baby, a loose stick flat back like bat wings. That them in my heart go that attack like Gatling. Ditches in the glass, vibration got them rattling. The mitch on that ass in this life that they battling.
Tell me to stop.
That live that stasis is kind of
Why you
flat.
on my grandma?
Wise up. I like them old enough to remember what it was like to write on
Yeah.
papyrus. They call me Uncle Osiris. They say they like it rough like psoriasis. Then they bend it over, bust it open, and show me that archdiocese. I got you, don't panic. If I'm rocking that old boat, then you my Titanic. My iceberg hard and it's ready to do damage. Wrinkles and creases fold like origami sandwich. Age ain't nothing but a number, so you gotta stuff your standards. I know they'll take breaks when you famished. Wrap you in that duvet on the landing.
No.
I'm knocking on all these because that old flame love game outstanding.
You about to do that to my grandma.
And if she a member of the AARP, I know my dick plane gonna be landing.
My mama didn't do that, none of that.
Is that ass from jeans? Might be. Depends. It don't matter because I'm still making sweet love to your grandma in the end.
You ain't
Call me
about to do
poetry.
that to
That's Maniacal Menace, y'all. Judges.
You're not about to do that to my grandma.
I got one.
I rebuke it.
I got 2, 3, 4, and...
Y'all nasty. Y'all nasty. What's this for?
We got 9.9.
Nasty. Nasty,
We got
nasty,
10, and a 10.
nasty.
That's dirty. Yo.
You ain't about to do that to my grandma. No. No.
Excuse my unprofessionalism, but I just think that poem should breathe for a little while.
Grandma's need love too.
Yeah. There's a distinct aroma of Ben Gay up here on the microphone.
They need love too.
Yo.
No, my grandma.
Roll up to a fine young lady and be like, how your grandmama doing?
That would.
I see you, brother. I see you, brother.
If she didn't go to therapy before,
That cologne ain't gonna help you. You want your grandma.
Happening, you say, what's your grandma doing? My grandma, she dead. Why you asking about her? You know
Okay. Woo! Are y'all ready? Have y'all got yourselves back together? Put your hands together for the next poet. Here, the Martian.
yesterday.
That part.
And I'm in a place where they took Miss Bland away, coming from the land on which Sonia Massey suffered. That could have been my mother with our shared history of mental trauma. That could have been my mama. Say it twice for the effect. Say it so you don't forget. Don't forget Khalifa, who was framed for a crime and maintained his innocence the whole time. Never cracked. Never black, they thought, till Obama showed them. Then he showed us why a black face in a high place don't mean shit. Because how can you sit at the highest court and still resort to brutality against your own? That man deserved to go home, but they knew that settlement would have unsettled the whole damn country. 2020 vibes. How do you murder the wrong guy? And I don't know why I'm surprised. This is the land of the unfree, the unbrave. My daddy hit an early grave at 26 from the 6th day through. Hell, I thought it'd take me too. I say me too, and I say we too. We the black women you conveniently forget until it's time to call someone a black bitch. I can't stitch this together, can't piece it right. A man was lynched in Missouri last night, and that don't sit right with me. Shouldn't be anyone's comfort. We need to be discomforted in order to act. We need to hit them back, and it's a simple fact, we can't. We tried our hardest and we can't lift him out the grave. He gave his final praise to Allah. That means God, by the way. God, by the way y'all move, you think you have something to lose, but only we do. We have nothing to lose but our chains. Say his name. We have nothing to lose but our chains. Say her name. Say it loud. I'm black and I'm proud and I'm allowed to be mad, angry, pissed. But don't you fix your lips to call me an angry black woman. I am so much more. And now I drop my metaphorical mic to the floor.
Hold on, we're not Reconsider.
Mics cost money. Judges. Scores up. I got 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. We have a 9.5, a 9.9, a 10, a 10, and a 10. That's 29.9. Next up to the mic, put your hands together for Mike Caleb. Okay.
All this internet happening to us.
Watch God.
Nice. I will never have mac and sauce.
Nope.
Oh wait, I got kids.
This thing is kind of staged,
So, my daddy went blind in his right eye.
Damn.
But he's getting reconstructive surgery to regain his eyesight.
Hey man.
I hope. He regained his love for me back once. I told my pastor of a father I was gay back in what feels like both an eternity ago and yesterday. He fell mute and only spoke to my mom. Because us nobles do this processing shit awkwardly, so my pops, that nigga's a fool.
Amen.
A loving one, but fool nonetheless. When I was younger, my pops tells me I would run to him. Upon returning home, embracing him for the biggest hug, and immediately I would tell him I love you. That was hard to write. Because up until last Thursday, I can't remember the last time I connected with my dad body to body, chest to chest, heart to heart. I can't recall prior to last week giving my dad a hug. That shit is... That shit is hard to stutter. I mean, say. Now imagine how hard it is to live. My best friend, has become my biggest grievance, and he's not even dead yet, so I can't even dead that shit situation, or my feelings just a crown of thorns on his head, and he ain't Jesus no matter how hard he tries to be more, like a false prophet pastoring his daughter into a life of hell and then blaming her life after death on her gayness. I'm writing this and my chest is hard. I can't really breathe, but I'm banging Dreamville, so I try to calm down. Snow Allegra begins. I want you around, around, around. Think about how my dad's mom is dead, and how she ripped my dad a new one for wreaking havoc on my life because of my gayness. You know, we used to go to sleep on the couch or the floor of your parent or parents' room and magically wake up in your room the next morning, tucked and snuggled away. Yeah, I wish for that. Well, I wish for my dad's eyesight back. I mean his love for me back. See, some stock souls wish for roses and daisies, while I just wish for normalcy. I just wish for normalcy. I just wish for normal. See?
That's my candle, okay? Judges. Scores up. I got one. I got 2. 2.5, 3, 4, and 5. For my candle, okay, we have a 9.5, a 9.8, a 10, and a 10. That is a 29.8. Next up to the mic, put your hands together for Maddie P.
The day I planned to kill myself, I didn't. Instead, I sat in my living room looking at the apartment windows across from me. I see someone's living room is full of laughter. A girl is dancing alone in her kitchen. 2 people are they having sex? In front of the window? Oh, that's bold. I'm not looking. Instead, I ordered DoorDash because I too would like to feel warmth. And it has a price tag so expensive, it would have been better spent on rent, but hey. What's the cost of a life? I'm sitting there when I hear a sound I could have only described as a lone firework. The day I planned to kill myself, I didn't, but a guy in the apartment building across from me did, so I guess that sound, the sound of his impact was really the lone celebration of his freedom. If college has taught me anything, it is that debt must find a way to be repaid no matter the cost. A year before the day I planned to kill myself, an academic advisor tells me, you know, this college thing isn't for everyone. You should just give up. And he repeats this in every meeting, just give up, just give up, just give up nowadays. When the scale of my self-worth tips, when success starts feeling like an 11:59 p.m. deadline and I'm running out of time, I hold onto that advisor's words like a backup plan. Like an idea waiting to be plagiarized, you know. This life thing isn't for everyone. I should just give up. And I wonder how many academic advisors have co-authored a student suicide. I wonder if that guy and I had the same advisor, and I mean, ain't that just like higher education? To want to push students into higher places no matter the cost. The cost of his life is $50 in bouquets that I left on the sidewalk for him. It's a $150 emergency room bill. When my best friends convinced me to audit a class titled Maddie, We Love You. Please don't leave us in his matted hair. Coming out in handfuls, wondering what the difference between me and that guy was. Wondering how 2 students, 2 strangers living across one another had the same idea on the same day to become someone else's research paper. It is a sucker punch to the stomach when I'm in the hospital after my first suicide attempt and a doctor says, wow,
You're lucky to still be here. Most college students don't make it to their junior year. That the second leading cause of death amongst college students is suicide. The second time I am in the hospital, 6 months after the day I didn't kill myself, I am joined by a freshman and a sophomore, and they're looking up to me, asking if it gets better, and I feel like the leader of an army band, preparing young soldiers to die, and I so badly want to shake them, want someone to shake me and say debt is not worth your life. If your failure is not worth your life, missed assignments are not worth your life, college is not worth your life is worth it, you are worth it, and you don't have to walk across that damn stage. But please, walk out of here alive.
That's Maddie P. Judges. Scores up. I got 1, 2, 3, 4, and that's a 9.7. 9.8, a 10, a 10, a 10. So, we got coming back in this particular order, Maddie P, Michaela OK, Vera the Martian, and Maniacal Menace Kyle Smith. So we have a Austin Poetry Slam has a podcast every Thursday. Starts at 8:30. You should check that out. 8:30-ish. You're probably wondering what the podcast is about. Just show the fuck up and have fun.
Yeah, we just having fun.
Yeah, we talk about the day ourselves. We talk about the slam. Sometimes we critique poems, videos. Sometimes we talk about shit about each other. So
we just on them.
yeah.
Christopher just showed
So check out my podcast. It's on Austin Poetry Slam every Thursday.
Every Thursday.
It should be at 8:30, but whenever I can get my employees to show up, that's when we have it.
Chris ain't shit, boy. Chris ain't shit, boy.
I'm not always late. I was late last time. I didn't come. No.
You did.
I wasn't going to come to the one before that.
But you're still
But
late.
then I woke up and said, fuck it, I'll come. I was tired. I wasn't supposed to, I was supposed to be the guest, and I turned into the fucking, the feature.
Pobrecito.
All right, y'all ready round 3?
Yeah.
Almost done. Put your hands together for Matt P.
You never cried on the podcast. That's important.
That's true. We have not yet.
But it might. Depending on if we're drinking.
Oh no, wait. Son of a bitch.
Sorry.
To the boy I had a crush on who said I had figure for days, but I was too dark for his family.
Fuck you.
Call me
And
bitter.
your mama.
But you said too dark, like you bit into a chocolate bar and didn't like the taste. You said it like I was a piece of meat that came back well done. You said it like my skin wasn't palatable. When you are black, there are never enough words to describe you. Bumble asked me to describe myself, and I choose empathetic, loyal, kind, but maybe I got my settings wrong. Because nearly every right swipe is a guy saying, give me the scoop. Is it true black girls do it better? Compliments are hollowed out like a rotten sweet tooth. My little Hershey's kiss goes down easy like chocolate milk. Dating while black has always been about satisfying someone else's hunger. The most distressing part of this conversation is you look just like me when you said I was too dark. I considered swallowing my rebuttal. So used to dancing delicately to be delectable, not this time. I'm not being salty when I say this, but I'm tired of mashing myself down. I will not be a chicken, I will stir the pot. I will not be sweet as potato pie. I will show up for myself with all my additives, and I hope you choke on my black pepper. And I hope you enjoy your dinner, because I am done serving other people.
Yeah.
and P judges. Scores up. I got 1. I got 2. I got 2 and 2. I got 2. I got 3. I got 3. All right. I got 4. Do I have 4? Do I have 4? 4. I got 4 and 5. Matt here with 9.2, a 9.5, a 9.8, a 9.9, and a 10. Next up to the mic. Put your hands together for Mike Taylor. Okay.
My mom used to bang that I am not my hair. And I resonated with Solange's lease of Don't Touch My Hair. This is for the ghetto girls who dance to Sierra and sing like we was the missing 5th member of Destiny's Child. This is for the ghetto girls who wear bonnets to the gas station or to the open mic or to the slam. This is for the ghetto girls. My mom makes a comment about the desirability of my hair for my job. I'm a teacher. I'm a black, queer. Did I mention black? The queer in me wants me to say, did I mention queer teacher? My children wear hair just like this. My children house bodies just like mine, and they are trying to figure out what is appropriate, acceptable, while piercing apart their own lives, their own bodies. So what is you saying, mama? That my self-expression means nothing to you? That I choose to feed my children culture, self-love, and expression amounts to nothing to you, Mom? I scroll on IG to see a video of Summer Walker in a local grocery store in her dress she sported at the Grammys. I love this. Not only did she look amazing, but I loved and appreciated the beautiful things do come from trenches like roses that grow from concrete. She embodied hope then and progress now. And people lifted their noses, glared their eyes, they dogged her. I hated that. It reminded me of the rhetoric that gloomed around Tiffany Haddish when she rewore her dress from that one award show. I remember. And I wonder if the women who think like my mom would be happy or upset call it flaunting instead of connecting with her hood, call her a sellout instead of a gap bridger, call her a fool instead of a reclamation, call her a hoe instead of a holy being, dismantling dog-ass perceptions of acceptability politics. Excuse me. Let her dress how she wants. Wear her hair however the fuck she desires, bonnet it up, and get them fucking groceries. We understand that shit get rid of the crib when you was just chilling and then you gotta run out and grab some milk and a damn tomato. Yeah, shit do be wild out here. Every time that I think of the blackest insult that I've received, it always comes from my mom. See, this is why racism don't bother this skin of a womb. I know self-hate before I knew my primary and secondary colors good. I don't have an end to this poem. I guess it's on back order like my wig that my mama hate. In cuter words, words more true. We will remain slave, laid and died just like the ghettoest of women do.
Michaela, okay.
Judges, scores up. I got 1, 2, 3, 4.
What? Hey.
For Michaela, okay, we have a 9.1, a 9.0, a 9.5, a 9.7, and a 9.7. Next up to the mic, put your hands together for Vera, the Martian!
but it sits at an impasse. I was broken by my last few encounters, and there's not enough love to heal a damaged heart. I missed the part when it was easy. We were just friends testing the waters. Now I'm thinking of daughters, sons, responsibilities ain't no fun. Some days I want to run, other days I want to stay under you until the sun sets. This is as close to perfect as it gets. You know, I'm a perfectionist by way of upbringing, but I don't hear alarms ringing. You help me control my tendency to always want to be right. You make my midnights bright. You are my guiding light, because sometimes tunnel vision gets so bad and I only see my dad or the bad men who mirrored that pain. You help me stand the rain when it's running against my window. You hold my hair as the wind blows in, scares and tears from my past life. You are like a flashlight, a reliable source of trusted energy. You brought out the artist in me, took my pen out of retirement. You are so inspiring. We make the best fit. This is about as close to perfect as it gets. But it's not always roses. Sometimes they will. We'll be in a good mood, then the mood is killed because I have a burst of emotions and I have a devotion to making everything fit this schema. I've always been a dreamer, thinking of wedding dresses and silk presses, but the stress is I don't think you're there too. I want to wear 2 beautiful gowns and go out of town and build our own tiny town of toddlers. I want to fall in love with you as a father, and I sometimes wonder why I even bother, because it just feels so far away for you. I want you to feel this too, but I can't make you ready. And I hate that we never went steady, just straight into commitment. I hate feeling like I'm missing my 20s for a hopeless fairy tale. I hate feeling like I told my daughter to trust her gut. Sometimes I think I'm not perfect enough. I'm not in good shape and I don't take my hygiene seriously, and who'd want to marry that? And if you marry fat, your kids might inherit that. I get insecure sometimes too. But the truth is, I love you and I want this to be our life. I want all of you and nothing less. But I fear this is as close to perfect as it gets.
That's Vera the Martian, y'all. Judges. Scores up. We got 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. We have a 9.0, a 9.5, a 9.6, a 9.7, 9.8. Next up to the mic, put your hands together for Maniacal Menace, Kyle Smith.
I talked to God today and he told me I'm sorry. About as old as an Atari with a body like Taj Mahal. I'm a smart guy. I pay a mortgage but it look like I'm in junior high. Little Doogie house with the poopy mouth, Benjamin Button put that doobie out. She said she gonna do me how? Flip me out, turn me around and burp me like a newly child? I'm a goofy hound in droopy house. They call me Dribble. A Tom and Jerry kid with a fanny pack full of kibble. I'm too short to snort coke so I sniffle. I'm pretty sure some pee will trickle if I get tickled a little. And you can see how fickle if you pop my sickle. I can't compare to them quarters cause I'm a Nickelodeon. Pull down the mic cause I can't reach the top of the podium. They swear I'm sweet like sugar, but I'm more like sodium. I can't dunk on the rim if ain't nobody holding him. I try to eat the pussy but get stuck in the fallopian. She gets so wet and I just started floating in. They call me the lamb of chop cause they can't see the goat in him. I be fighting with garden gnomes because I swear they be provoking him. But them little bastards stole my socks. So I ended up choking him, tighten the rope with the hope that I get back both of them. Because I'll be damned if I let them get me again this week. My mama said my size is unique. Never let the enemy see that you're weak. And then she gave me a juice box and a kiss on the cheek. And I crushed it. I'm a general to these buses, and I love me some Tubby custard. I can eat 2 whole hot dogs topped off with spicy mustard. Minus the fries though. I get real sleepy at the wheel if I drive slow. It's the vibrations. And sometimes my friends forget to leave the child lock on when we on vacation. But I get through it. I got a few snacks in my bindle. I can put a crack in the window and I know not to abuse it. I got a few snacks in my bindle. I know not to abuse it. I talked to God today and he told me I'm sorry. Although I was late to the party, whip hop like Safari, he said he'd upgrade my car bed. Won't he do it? It's a Ferrari. Jesus take the wheel, I'm sleeping on Silent Hill. If it's a shrill of a deal, I'll kill for a kid's meal. Pop a pill if it's real, crushing Coopers if I'm big still. Peaches, 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 peaches. Popping these mushrooms just to see what they can teach us. I want to talk to God, but I can't see his features. The only time I get big is if you see me in theaters. Prepared to throw a tantrum when you see me wetting my tear ducts. Smudging my makeup, curmudgeon like your cousin when you fudging the cake up. I aged up in this fake love. I gotta check IDs before I take hugs. Triminic from the clinic and baby aspirin on my safe drugs. And my job takes out for child care on my pay stubs. And I ain't got no kids because I can pull out on nobody. I talked to God today, he said I was his greatest hobby. That he never got to finish, Jesus showed up in the lobby. Would there be any more of me? Probably. But I'm about as tall as them hobbits be. I want to be Batman, but apparently I got Robin feet. I'm tired of trying to stop these toddlers from robbing me. I ain't got enough DNA strands in my biology, so I went up to the big man and I said, you owe me an apology. I talked to God today. He said, I'm sorry.
Maniacal Menace Kyle Smith. Scores up. I got one. I got two. I got 3, 3.5, 4, and 5. We have a 9.7, a 9.5, a 9.8, a 9.9, and a 10. Boom. Make the music go away, DJ. She had to have been honored to be elevated to the level of social media specimen or lowered to two-dimensional me. Clad in bra and panties, light green, contrasting the mountain of melanin in her skin with the title, She's Too Black. Yo, this bitch was so black. She was so black, I lost myself looking into her skin. She was so black, the sweat glistening on her arms looked like a starry night, unmolested by gentrified city lights, like the universe man has been dreaming of exploring. She was black like the backdrop of nebulas giving birth to stars. You could almost see galaxies pressing into each other like long-lost lovers reunited. She was black enough to conceal travelers on the Underground Railroad. She was black like before God spoke. She was black like the eclipse that scared the shit out of cave dwellers before they pillaged Egypt for math and medicine. Too black for boys to behold. Yo, bro, you must be the bitch, because dogs can't see color. It's hard to appreciate her beauty when your ignorance can only see black and white. Let me get the I got 1,000, I got 10. Let me get the last 4 poets up on stage right quick. Thank you guys.
Appreciate you.
So next week we have a you said supporters or qualifier? It's the last. Next week is another Last Chance Slam. Then we have the Slam Champion Showcase October 9th. October 16th is the quarterfinals. Then October, I can add 23rd. October 23rd is
Dirty 30.
Is the Dirty 30, and then October 30th is Christopher Michael Showcase. It's Christopher Michael Show. Come check it out. Hey, Judge. Hey, thank you. Hey, thank you. You can leave that there. But thank you. I appreciate you for coming out. Okay. You didn't write it. What the fuck? You didn't write it down. No, I wanted the numbers. Yes, thank you. Thank you so much. Okay, thank you. So the scores were thus: we had a 27.8, a 28.8, a 28.9, and a 29.2. Coming in fourth place, winning free entry into the next slam. Yeah. The very next slam. Don't try to drag that shit out because we're not going to remember all that long. The very next slam, you can get in free, okay? Put your hands together for Michaela, okay? Coming in third place, Vera the Martian! Was this your first time at our slam? Was this your first time ever slamming? No. Okay, cool. I didn't think so.
Yeah, exactly.
All right, coming in second. Okay, I want to say my two favorite poets of the night, and I was absolutely torn between the two, was Artemis and Maniacal Menace. Artemis because the writing was so fucking good. Yeah. It was like I was trying to keep up with what you were saying because okay, that was a dope line. But if I focus and pay attention on this, I'm gonna miss the next one. So that was some good shit. And then Maniacal Menace, you were the most entertaining motherfucker. Man, maybe the most entertaining of the month. Coming in second place, I forgot the money count. It's $200 is divided. Okay, he's winning $60. Put your hand together for Maniacal Menace, Kyle Smith. Was this your first time at our slam? First time at Austin Poetry Slam.
Come on, first time.
But Artemis, this was your first slam ever?
Yes.
Second? Okay. I'll take it. All right. And coming in first place with all the P energy. With the capital P. Came up and just dropped her P on the stage like boom. And she got on the stage and I heard it. Put your hand together for Maddie P.
Thank you guys so much. I usually hang around for a while afterwards, so if you want to come talk to me just to say hi, I do that. I like meeting new people is what I'm trying to say. Or you can follow me on Instagram. It is poet.maddie, MADDIE, and then the letter P. I don't think my P energy is expressed as well on my Instagram.
That's what slam is for.
Thank you all for coming out. You can follow me at Mr. Michael 310. Follow the brother at Mr. Michael 310. We will see you here next week. Hootie hoo!
No, I have a cold.
Hold on, guys. Maggie B won tonight, right? She also won yesterday. So y'all talk to her about all that because she is fire. All right, bye.
Can I borrow some money and shit?
What do I do?
I didn't know the camera was still there, so I was just right here like I'm gonna go look at my chin later. $200.
There we go.
on Monday. Martian. Nope. It's not happening.
That's a good question.
Sorry.
I didn't think about that. You want to put it in your car?
Who's gonna bring this stuff on the 16th? Well, it's not till the 16th, right?
Yeah.
I mean, I could take it.
That is the one day this year that
Hey, tomorrow is our podcast. Please join in. Don't have a life. What are you having a life for? Wait, I need to get the cash out of there.
I'm dating people. I'm sorry.
Okay, I forgive you. Okay, you got it.
Oh, yeah. Wow.